Garth Brooks wrapping up his second show at Bank of America Stadium. 24 years ago, that was the last time the country music megastar played here in the Queen City. He says he didn't think it was going to take this long.
Charlotte's one of those cities that somehow there's like 3 or 4 of them that got away from us from the 90s. One of the greatest places to play ever, just couldn't ever get arrangement for schedule and when your building was open and we were open.
Garth Brooks chatted with media Friday afternoon shortly after arriving at the home of the Panthers. A concert date had been set for Charlotte for 2020 with 70,000 tickets already sold. But of course, COVID canceled that.
We had 4 makeup shows due to the pandemic. This was one of them. This was the last one to go back on sale. And what we learned and what the building allowed us to do here, which I can't thank them enough, just close the upper bowl and just do 2 lower bowl shows, because what we kept getting on socials and everything was I had great seats for the show that was canceled, and now I don't have good seats for this one.
Brooks says this is his last big stadium tour.
Getting back to tour is great, but it's also coming to a close for us. It's a little tough because my home is away, right? So it's getting kind of tough to know that this thing's coming to an end, not knowing where you're going to go next and how long you get to do this, because I've got to do this for 131 years. It's pretty cool. So I don't want to think of my life without it right now.
He won't have to, at least for a few more weeks. And as I learned, knowing that tonight's a wrap-up, it might be safe to guess what he's thinking about at this very moment.
Post-show, just talk a lot to yourself. And post-show, and before show and post-show, you do the same thing. You go over the show in your head.
131 years. Well, Garth Brooks heads to New York and Texas before wrapping up his tour in Dublin, Ireland. And if you missed it, Garth answered a lot more questions before last night's show, including some lighthearted ones like his favorite dish that wife Trisha Yearwood makes for him and his favorite style of barbecue. It's all on our YouTube page. Just search WCNC.